Hello,
Hi,
good morning.
good morning.
How are you today?
Very well.
What do you have to share with us today?
Okay, today is one of my most proud and emotional moment. Okay, let me share with you how I actually started Tom's Tea Passion. Okay, if you look at my name card, basically you can see the word Cha Qing and with the English word called Tea Passion, and then it's actually Tom's Tea Passion to make it unique to myself. This Cha Qing actually has a meaning that means tea passion, and why I have such deep passion for tea, it basically comes from these two pots, right? Okay, one is this pot. They are all called Chaozhou, and it's like about 50-year history antique pots. Okay, this is a slightly smaller capacity pot. There is a slightly bigger capacity. You can see the word CUG basically is the journey to the west, and this is one of the character in the CUG. Okay, you have the monkey, and then you have the monk, and then this is the other of his bodyguard, right? And these two pot basically was used when my father brewed tea, and my father comes from Guangzhou, Shantou, Teochew family. He came alone at the age of 18, and he does all kind of laborer's job, from carrying rice sacks, to unloading, to taxi driver, and finally he did some business and he became wealthier. So these two pots basically he brought from China, and we have 6 sisters and 1 brother, and myself 8 siblings. So at any one point of time we easily have about at least 3 to 4 of our siblings who will be home for dinner, and then we get to enjoy the tea brewed from these two pots on a marble top round table. So my father used to drink a lot of teapots, so he brewed a lot of teapots with these two pots. Right. Basically, Chaozhou is meant to be yang. We call yang hu lah. Chinese is called just to keep the pot in a very nice form, in a cluster form. Okay, new pots basically are not as shiny as these two pots, right? These two pots, when it was given to me, I kept in the shelf for years, and then when I started using it, it became very nice, cluster, shiny color. I've basically used this pot for about 3 years now. Okay, and so subsequently to having immersed myself with some background of drinking tea with my father, I have the opportunity in my job in oil and gas for about 30 over years. I travel vastly into China, and during my travel I have a lot of leisure time where I walk into tea house and I try to pick up some tea, and then also learn some tea appreciation from the experts. So through the years of travel, basically I have learned for myself some very fundamental knowledge. Of course, tea is like a PhD where it's ongoing learning process. So through the process, I pick up some knowledge, and then a lot of China friends introduced me to the big players, like the big merchants, the big plantation people who are dealing with all these pots, Chaozhou, and then also we have this jianshui. So this jianshui, Chaozhou, they are also all very nice pot. To see whether a pot is good, you can hear this sound, and these are all handicraft, all the engraving. You see very nice petal of the lotus leaf on this pot. So this is one of my favorite pots, and of course you can have other pots where you have different kind of wording on it, and it's always good to use one type of tea for each kind of pot, so that prolonged you actually have some residue aroma of fragrance from the tea that you use for the particular pot. So I usually have one pot for some teapots, and then one pot for like my da hong pao. Then I will have one for probably one type of the sun pu'er, and then one pot for another show pu'er. Okay, so it's good to have various kind of pots. So basically from there, when in China, subsequently I was posted to China for work for about almost close to 3 years. So while I was there, I able to get myself hands-on in touch with these teapot manufacturers, the tea basically merchants, the plantation people, and also all the people who are in the profession of supply